It's great to have you here. If you're new to VCard, you have come to the right place. We're going to show you how to use VCard and how to create a great VCard in just a few minutes. And if you've been with VCard for a while, there's always some new things that you'll learn as well. So thank you again for joining us. We're going to start now by working with a VCard that's brand new. And I'm going to show you how to add a photo, a logo, add contact information, aggregate all your information in one place. We're going to add a bunch of videos today. We're going to add a contact form as well. So let's get started. So I've got a card here that I've got ready to go. I'll show you here. This is my card for Tom Collins. And Tom Collins is ready to build his card. He just signed up, and as you can see, it's a pretty basic card. There's not much information on here. So for Tom, what you want to do when you first get started here is click on this link down here. It says owner link at the very bottom of the card. And this is just a quick link that gets you into the editor. First, we need to log, though, into the back office. And this message here is just something that comes up for me. It's part of my browser. I'm not going to log in with this account. So you want to log in with your account. And now that we've logged in here, you can see this is our the VCard back office. If you're brand new to VCard, I just want to point out that we've got 3 packages here. So if you're just trying us out on a 30-day trial, when you're ready to upgrade, you can join us as a VCard advisor. That's 2 cards plus 1 additional marketing card. And it's just it's a VCard that you can do whatever you want with. You can market a VCard business because you will participate in the shared revenue plan. That just means you earn money when you share VCard. And that's $129 a year. So that's a great deal. We've got 2 VCards for $99 a year and 1 VCard for $59 a year. And then to get into the VCard and so we can start editing it, there is this button over here on the right-hand side, edit your VCard. We can click on this, and this takes us into the editor. Now, when you land on your editor, you're not going to have all of these cards like I do, okay? This is my test account. You'll just have 1 card, and what I want you to do is just click on that card. It's going to take you to this page here, and it may take you directly into the setup wizard. So, but if it doesn't take you into a setup wizard, there's this blue button on this page right down here. It says setup wizard. You click on that, and this is a step-by-step process to build the card. So in the first step, we'll add all of our contact information. We'll do our social media. We'll aggregate the social media, important links. We're going to upload your photo, your logo, and we'll choose a design. And you can do all of that in about 10 minutes. So let's just get started on that. So your first name and last name will already be populated. So will your email address. And then you can put in the name of your business. And today I thought we would build a card for an Aflac agent. We've got a lot of folks there who are insurance agents for different companies. And so everything that I'm doing today is applicable to someone who's in insurance, but also it really is applicable to any business that you're in. It's all very similar as far as how you market your business. Everything that we're doing today you could use for any business type. So we have our job title here. We're going to just say agent, and then we'll put down our address here. Now, if your address is your home address, you may or may not want to show the world your home address. If you don't want the world to see your home address, I completely understand, and you can just not show it, but at least put in the city, your state or your region, your country. So that tells people where, on the globe you reside. It helps people understand where you are. But if you have a physical location where people come and meet you, you can add the address and then click this button here. It says Show Map It button. That adds a Map It button to the card, and people can navigate directly from their phones. They click on that, it opens up the navigation technologies and takes them directly to your location. We've got a place here to put your website. The one thing that I love about VCard is it is a website. It really is. If you're in need of a website, VCard has it all. It can be your website for you. Your main phone number. Now, actually, you know, when you first come into VCard, this is what your phone number looks like. It's just a run of numbers, and that's just how the number's imported. What I recommend is you come in and add some dashes to make sure that it's easy for people to read, okay? Add some dashes. You can add additional phone numbers here. You can add a fax number. One thing that's also really important to note about VCard, and one of our most powerful features, is all of this contact information can be updated at any time. And when you update that information, anyone you've exchanged cards with will now have your most current information. So this is a card that that can't be thrown away, first of all, and it won't get outdated. So it's one of the powerful features about VCard is that you can update this information anytime, and anyone who has that card will have your most current information. Just a great way to keep in touch. You can use this card for a lifetime, for different careers, different jobs. When you move, it will stay current. So we continue to the next page. This is where we aggregate all of our social media. So we're going to go and grab some social media here. I've got the Facebook page for Aflac here, and I'm just highlighting that URL, and I'm copying this information, and I'm going to bring it back over to the editor, where I'm going to right click and paste that there. I've also got their Twitter account, so I'll right click, copy this, and bring it back over to the editor, and I will paste that information. Let's see, what else do we have here? We've got a Facebook page, right click, not Facebook, YouTube. Copy that, drag it over here, and we look for the YouTube icon. There are over 16 social medias here that you can integrate in. So here's our Instagram. The idea is that you can aggregate all of this in one place. It creates efficiency in your business. Now you don't have to say, oh, it's here, it's there. You just say, oh, go to my VCard. It's all on my VCard. You'll find everything on my VCard. So that's the idea of this, is you can aggregate it, and then you can create some convenience. You can just send people to your VCard, and they will have everything they need. Same is true here for your Skype profile. So let's say Tom Collins has a Skype profile for Tom Collins. And this is all of your chat profiles. This is your Zoom meeting ID information. This is your join.me information. This is all the important information for people to communicate and reach you. And then we have another section here. I call this the important link section. And this is where you can put sort of those other very important links that you want to put in one place. So for example, I give this example quite a bit here, but it helps you understand how to use this section. Let's say you're a real estate agent, okay? So you might add a link here for your residential listings. And then you would have a link to Redfin. Now, if we want to, we press that little plus sign. It added another row here, and I can add my commercial listings. And we can go to LoopNet. There we go. If you have a portfolio, an artist or a contractor, someone who refinishes bathrooms or kitchens, you can put a link to your portfolio. Let's say like on Flickr, right? The same would be true here. Now this, Tom Collins may want people to book appointments with him. So he might say, book a free consultation, right? And then he might have a online appointment scheduler that he's set up just for this. There's a lot of third-party appointment schedulers out there for booking appointments, and let's just put one down here that he might be using. Purchase my books. This is for teachers. This is for authors. This is for coaches. Anyone who has books that they want their clients to read, that they often refer clients to. Wow, you can put them all right here. List all of the books, have links to the purchase page for those books. If you get some sort of kickback, you know, put your affiliate link there, right? And look how convenient that is now. It's right there on the first page of your VCard. Very easy for people to find. The same is true for your online stores, your eBay store, your Etsy store, your Amazon store. How about your distributor websites? So if you work for more than one company and you have multiple stores, would it be helpful to have all those links in one place? It might. It might, so you can put them there. You can put them all here. And then this is your please support section. This is for your causes, your nonprofits, your churches, anyone that you support that you want people that that you promote, that you want people to also support as well. You can put that here. So let's just do an example here. Like I will put like my kids' fundraisers here and tell the family, oh, it's on my VCard, just go there. But let's say that you were running Race for the Cure, right? So please sponsor me by, let's do here, October, if I can type, there we go, 29th for Race for the Cure. Okay, and then you would have over here your Race for the Cure sponsorship page where people can sponsor you individually. Something like that. Then if there's something else that you want to have, other sites that are important, you have this extra section here for additional sites. So we'll continue on here. We're going to load our picture today. So we'll click on Add Picture. We're going to upload. I've already got a picture here in a folder set up, so I'll go and find that folder. And I'm going to grab my picture of Tom. They ask you to name that. This goes in your media library. As you add more and more photos, you'll be able to search by that name to find those photos when you need them. Click on Add Edit Logo as well. We're going to upload a logo here. And I can already tell this logo is going to have too much white space around it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to bring up the logo. I use Paint. If you ever have to edit a file because it's too big, anything that's over 1 megabyte in size won't load to the web. It's just too big. So you'll need, you might need to use a program like Paint. It's a free program on every PC. You just have to search for it. And I'm just going to open that and see if I can crop that image a little bit, make it so that it's going to work better. Okay, so I've got my logo here, and there's just too much white space on the top and bottom. That's going to cause problems when I try to, when I put it in there, it's just going to be this weird white space around. It's going to look funny. So I'm going to bring this in really nice and close, and then I'm going to press crop, and then I'm just going to resave my logo. So that should resave it. And I can come back over and I can upload it. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit better. I click open and then I can just call this my logo. And we press continue. The next one here, this is where we have fun. This is where we get to pick a design. Wow, it looks like this design was meant for us because it's got the similar blue to the Aflac blue here. You can see here what we were able to do in just a few minutes. We've been able to add our photo. We've got a really nice looking card. We've got some great information on here, and that took us just a few minutes to put together. But we've got lots of designs to choose from. What you do is you click on one of these rectangles here, and then it gives you these different color combinations that you can choose. There's a black design, bold. There's so many different designs to use here. There's just a whole different button styles as well. So let's see here. We could try a different, maybe we'll see here what we think here. We've got this button style here. That's not bad. We could start with that, but we can always change your design at any time as well. And you can completely customize your design as well. So you can change the background. You can put your own background image there, change the button colors, change the font colors. I'm going to finish this, and this will publish my VCard. So now this is my new card. It is live, and the whole world can see it. All right, so that's there. That's my live card. We're back here on that editor homepage. Remember here, this was the setup wizard that we just popped in. I want to show you a few other things. This tells you what your VCard name is. Aflac demo, and my security code 93983. The name of your card and the security code are what you need when you log in to the VCard app. And you can get the VCard app on the Apple Store, iTunes, as well as Google Play. You'll want to use the app. It just makes it very, very convenient for sharing cards. You can have multiple cards in your app. So a lot of folks will have a one card for one business and another card for another. And you can put both those cards in the app. And then you can create a custom message for each card. So you can text it from the app, or you can email it from the app, and you can choose which message you want to go with that card. The same is true too with the network of people that you work with. You can put all of their cards in here into the app, and I do that. I've got about 40 different people that I network with. I used to carry around paper cards, and well, mostly I never had their card on me when I ran into someone. If someone came to my office, I would have this binder with all the cards in it, which was kind of cool. I could hand out a card there if someone, asked for something. But now I always have everyone's cards because my phone is always with me. So when I'm out about, if someone says, hey, we're talking, and they say, yeah, I'm looking for a painter, most likely I've got that painter in my app. So I just go to my app, I look up, George, and I send him that card. And I can text it to him right there while we're talking. So it just makes it really convenient for now exchanging business cards with people, whether you're trying to market your own business or you're in a networking group where you network and promote each other's businesses. So I wanted to point that out. The other thing that we've got here that you should know about is the bottom of your card. If you're a VCard advisor, you can, people click on this orange button, and that's how they sign up with you, is they can follow that, and they can do it right from your card. But if for some reason you are not going to be marketing VCard, or you just don't want people to see that, there's this little toggle here. You can turn the button off and on. And then we also have this additional thing where I'm going to put on the show footer links. It just adds some additional links here at the bottom. You have a top menu here. Right now we only have a home page. And you also have a bottom menu. When you start adding pages, it's nice to have that at the top and bottom, especially if you have a lot of information on your VCard. Now I'm going to show you the next tab over. It's called the contact info. This is what we just filled out with the wizard, right? Same information, and it's just an easy, convenient place to find it. Your social media links here, your picture and logo can be updated here. The next tab is our design tab, and you can change that design if you'd like to. And then the fourth tab over, this is where we can start to really have some fun, folks. This is where we're going to add pages. This is where we're going to add videos and more photos and content. This is the editor portion of the VCard editor. So let me show you a few things you can do here. Right here at the top, we have this ability to add pages. So let's add some pages now. We're going to write. I think a bio is really a fabulous thing to write, to have a little bio about yourself, put some personal pictures. So we're going to add an About Tom there. Then we'll add here some testimonials. Testimonials are also really powerful. I've got some video testimonials that I grabbed. We're going to add those today. So we'll click Save here, and that adds the testimonials page. We can add a contact. We can say you can say contact, and we can press save. Let's also add maybe a products page. Now, these are my pages that I've just set up. I can reorder my pages by clicking on these up and down arrows. So I can move that around. If I want to rename a page, it's pretty easy too. You just click on the page you want to rename, and then you come back up here. You just change the name. Contact Tom. So that's how easy it is to add your pages. You can see here on the side now, I've got all these pages in my menu, and that opens and closes. That's called a hamburger menu, opens and closes. And then also at the bottom, my footer links here. I've got all of those pages are repeated. So let's start to add some information and create a dynamic card that really will help Tom market his business as an Aflac agent. One thing that I like to do when I'm working is I like to add some sort of video, something that kind of engages people right off the bat. And the other thing, well, let's start here first with this. So this is Tom's picture. I just think it's a little bit big, so I'm just going to make it a little smaller. There. I think that's just a little bit tighter. And you know what? The logo, we could also make the logo just a little bit smaller too. Yeah, that's probably right. Then it's just a little tighter here, okay? And I can even come back here if these buttons are too big with a logo. I can come back here and change that. Maybe I will right now. Go back here, go to that original one we were looking at. Yeah, that's pretty nice. So, and we come back over here. You see how easy that was to change the design? So easy and so much fun. It really is. Let's add some more content, like I said. So these little green and white plus boxes, let's click on one of those. It's going to bring up, this is a number of blocks. So your V card is made out of pages, and then you put blocks on those pages. So we've got a text block, we've got an image block, a photo gallery slideshow block, a video block. Those are the most common ones that you're going to use, all right? Then the important links, which remember we did that one with the real estate links and the sponsor links. We've got a contact form that you can add. You can add an event, PayPal button, coupons. There's just so much that you can do with VCard. But today what I'm going to focus on is showing you how to add some text, how to add images, how to add a video. We're going to add a contact form. Those are the most common ones that people will use. And let's add a video here to the homepage. Like I said, I really enjoy having some sort of video, promotional video, or even Tom. Tom could do a testimonial or his 30-second elevator pitch, right? Where he talks about why he works for Aflac, you know, and what his values are and who he is. He can connect to someone through that video. And I will tell you that before Tom is even, you know, when his card is being shared with other people and people see his card, once it's out there, people will watch that video and he will get business from people he's never even met before. They will see that video and they'll be like, hey, Tom, I saw your V card. I saw your video. And they will absolutely want to work with him. I've done that myself in my own business. So today we're going to do, though, this is a promotion that Aflac is doing, and they've got a one-day claim. So a day in the life of a claim here is the video, and I thought we would just grab that. So we're looking for this share button. It says share. Click on that. And you've got this option. It gives you the link, but that's not what we want. We want this down here. It says embed. Embed. The embed code is what is used when you are adding any video to VCard. So this is the YouTube embed code right here. Okay, but there's something important with YouTube. You see it here where it says show suggested videos when the video finishes. I like to uncheck that. The reason is after, if it's checked, when this video ends, it will start to play other videos, and they may not be videos I want people to watch. So you want to make sure that this is unchecked when you add your video. Then you just copy the embed code. I just right click and copy it. And you can bring it back to the editor and you can right click and paste your embed code and click add. There, a day in the life of a claim. Okay, so we've got a little promotional video here. And actually I've got an image too that kind of goes with that. So I'm gonna go add new block. I'm going to grab an image, click on image. I will upload this image. And this is the sort of the promo graphic, one day pay copy. So I'm going to open that. And I can call this one day. Now, when you add an image, it allows you to also link that image someplace else. So you can link this image to an external page, so a website outside of your VCard, or you could also link it to an internal page. So you can create calls to action and link outside the website or to another page on your VCard. That's pretty handy. And then you can also add a caption. So we click Save. And let's see here. We've got our one day pay. So that's kind of cute. We've got our little graphic here that goes above the video. We can kind of change the size. I'm just clicking on this little corner here till I get it to where I want it. And I've got that information here about that. Great. So we've got a little more information on our home page. Let's add some more content to our About page. So we'll click on the About Tom page. And you can see here we've already got our logo, and it already has the name and phone number. If you don't want any of these blocks, you can just delete them by using the X here. You can just go in and delete them. We're going to add a bio for Tom. So I'm going to click on Add a New Block. Click on the text block. And this is a typical text editor that you're used to using online. You also use this when you do your email, and it works just the same way. You have a lot of flexibility here on what you can do. I'm gonna go and grab my text here about Tom. So I've got a bio here. I'm gonna right click and copy. I usually will write my copy in a Word doc or some other offline doc, because if I were to write it here, there's a chance that my internet could go down. There's a chance that I'll lose my connection to the server, or a session, or I might lose the copy. I don't want that to happen to you. So I always tell people, just write your copy, any copy for your VCard, just write it offline and then copy and paste it. So I right click and I can paste that copy into here, and then I'm going to give it a headline about Tom Collins. One thing that you'll want to do here too, so to make a headline, you put your text in, highlight that text, and then under formats, we've got a number of what are called headings. Now these create headlines. So you've got heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. These are different styles, and you just kind of have to play. So you click on heading 1 and you say, is that big enough? If the line's wrapped, maybe you want to try a heading 2. And when you write for the web, you want to write in small paragraphs like this. Little paragraphs that are easy for people to read. You can also put things in bullet pointed lists, and you could also highlight with bold certain items that you want to stand out. Okay, so that is how we add a text block here. I'm going to click Add, and you can see over here the text block that we've added. Now let's make this a little bit more interesting. Let's add a photo. And if you're willing, especially if you're in a professional services business, like you're an insurance agent, you want to connect with people. You're trying to create a connection some way, and you want to be a little more personal rather than, it's good to be obviously professional, but if you can connect with people on a personal level. So let's say you're really, your dog comes to your office. I actually have some folks who sell insurance and they have a dog at their office. And, they have a picture of their dog on their About page. A picture of your family, a picture of you doing some volunteer work, a picture, something that you love, connecting with people, a picture of you, windsurfing or golfing even, or on the beach. It just creates some more interest than your typical headshot. So today I'm going to upload a picture here of what would be Tom's family, and he's got a really cute family there. So we've got Tom's family, and I love family shots. If people will put them on, I just think it creates a really nice thing. Now, we could add a caption to this too. If we could say, Tom, June, and their 3 kids, So we could add a little caption if we want to. But again, yeah, that adds just a little bit more interest here to have some pictures. And you could have multiple pictures of you here. So if you've taken, if every year you go down and you take a big fishing trip, you can have a picture of you, catching the marlin. Anything that it gives people something to talk about too. They see that and they'll be like, hey, I saw that. I do that too. Trust me, having a little bit of personal information on your About page is a positive thing. It makes it a lot more interesting. Real estate agents know that. They do that all the time, and it's a very smart move. But anyone in professional services, you can do that, and it is a way to connect with people. So now let's go over and look at our products page. So Aflac's got a number of products. We're going to add some of those now, and I'm just going to add them pretty quickly. I've got a bunch of different product offerings that they have. So I'm going to just copy all of these actually. Right click. Oh, let's see if I can do that again. There we go. right-click, copy. And let's bring that back over here. We're going to open this up, add another text block. And we're going to right click and paste this information here. So as you can see, I've pasted it in here. It's lost all its formatting, which is typical. It's going to do that because we don't want it to pull in the formatting from Word. It would make your site look really weird. So you will have to come in, and this is probably the trickiest thing, is sometimes it's just formatting your text so it looks the way you want. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to create some headlines here. I might do some header 2s on this. And you just want to see how you want this to look. So I can go like here and I say, oh, I don't want that at all. So I can change that. And you can see how playing with that can kind of cause some problems. So you can use Control-Z, which undoes what you've just done. Okay. I'm going to put this here, format, header 2. And I need to put some breaks here. And it changed everything to a header 2. So I'm going to go Control-Z. Like I said, so now you can see this is probably the creating styles. So what you can do is we can create a break here, and we can do the style, and this will work. And this is something that, honestly, it's just something that happens with any text editor that you're working with, but it can be frustrating, as it is frustrating me right now why it's not holding. What I think I'm going to do, let's try this. I can go to block and paragraph it. Yeah, I can change that. I'm going to add this, and then I'm going to come back in and try to edit it, see if I can clean it up even better now. Okay, so now let's try and see if it will give me a little more helpful. Header 2, still wants to do that. Let's try one more time here. Wow, I did a pretty good example, didn't I? All right, so if you're having problems like I'm having, I'm going to do something totally different. And this is typically what I do, is I break things into multiple blocks. And the reason I break things into multiple blocks is it will allow me to rearrange content later on and add pictures or videos in between my blocks. So now I'm going to put my blocks in again. And let's just see here. I'm going to get rid of the accident insurance. And I'm going to just get rid of these as well. And then I'm going to put a hard return, enter here. And let's see if I can get this to format the way I want it to now. There we go. So I've added cancer insurance now. So there's a little bit more work, but it's definitely doable. So I'm going to add in my text block again. Control-V, I'm pasting all that content in. And I'm just going to go through. I think if anyone, obviously you can see here, this is a typical text editor, but when you're working with HTML, these types of issues will sometimes happen. Yeah, see, there it goes again. Let's just get rid of all this then. Try this one more time. Control-C. Let's put another hard return in here. All I did was press the, there we go. All I did was press the enter button. That's when I say a hard return. I'm just pressing the enter button. That's all. I'm just creating a space so that it knows it's different. So that's how you can add in content. And then you can add, like I said, in between here, you could add some pictures. So we could go back in here and we could upload an image. Let's see if I've got another one I can upload. Yeah, I've got this one here for life insurance. So I click open. I can name this life. Save it. And so I can mix this up here. So I can have like this picture here between accident insurance and cancer insurance, right? And that's the thing is, that's the nice thing about putting things in multiple blocks. The other thing that you should point out is you can move blocks up and down using these up and down arrows. And then to edit them, always go back to the pencil here. That allows you to edit it. Let's jump over to testimonials. We're going to do something here that I think is great for every business. Every business should do this if they can, and that is get some video testimonials. And we've got a few testimonials here that Aflac's done. Now, obviously, they're a multi, $1,000,000 company, right? So they've got some resources, but you can do simple testimonials. I've seen it done very well, just people doing it on their own phone. So if you've got a client who's got a good testimonial, who's willing to do that for you, do a video testimonial. Put it on your VCard. Click the share button now, okay? And we're going to go and grab the embed code for this testimonial. And I'm going to grab that, copy it, and I'm going to bring it back over here. Click on the Add New Block, and we're going to add the video. Paste. And I want to add some sort of headline up here, so I'm going to say up here, I'm going to add another text block. And I'll just say customer testimonials. Again, I'll highlight that and I'll pick a format. I'm going to pick the header 2 again, and I want to center that. And then I'll click add. And I want to add another one too. So I'm going to click add new block, and I'll go back over to the YouTube. So when you take your video, so this is here, you can see this was done on a phone. If you take the video vertically, you're going to have this vertical view. If you take the video horizontal, you're going to get something that's going to work better on YouTube. So you'll just upload your videos directly to YouTube. Create an account, upload them to YouTube, and they do the hard work of managing those videos for you. Click the share here again, click the embed. Let's remove the show videos when video finishes, and grab our code. Bring it back over to the editor, and we're going to paste that in and add. So there you go. We've added some testimonials, and that's pretty nice. Whenever you make an update to VCard, okay, you need to publish. So see right here, it says that it's unpublished. You want to click this, and when it's green here, that means you've published your changes and everyone can see them, okay? If you want to view your VCard, you click on this and say, and it takes you to your VCard, and you can see everything that we have done so far, okay? We can go to the About Tom page here. We've got our products page that we've added some products on. We've got our testimonials where we've added some videos. You can also add text testimonials too. Whatever you can do for testimonials, they are definitely powerful. People will read your testimonials, you know, you can grab your testimonials. You can copy them from like Yelp, you know, and then you can link to your Yelp page and say, well, here's our testimonials, and then you can link to your Yelp page or your Google Plus listing too. Any testimonials you have from Google, you can put those on your VCard. Now let's go and add, the one page that we haven't done is our Contact Tom page. Look, it's kind of empty here. So let's go and add a contact form. We go back to the VCard editor, and we click on the page editor again. We're going to click on the page for Contact Tom, and I'm going to add a new block. In this case, I will add a contact form. So I can name this form, and the reason why you have to name the form is that we allow you to have multiple forms targeting different markets. So a really good example is real estate agents. They may have one form for buyers and another form for sellers. So put here the name this form. I'm just going to call this one contact. And then put the email address here. So we can say tom@aflac.com. If Tom and June ran this business together, I could put a comma here. And then maybe June has a Gmail account or something. He wants her to be copied on all of his emails, right? So you can have multiple email addresses there. Then you can choose what fields. He might want the first name, last name, email. He may want their address, city, state, zip. He'll want a phone number. And then he can choose, if he wants something here, this is where you can type in, you know, you have a custom field. You can put anything you want here. So you can ask a question, like I might just put here comments, as simple as that. You click the add button, and then this creates your form for you. I like to put some sort of call to action above it. So I can click on add a new block, and then I can go and add a text block here again. I can say contact Tom Collins, and I can go format, header, say header 2 again. Maybe I'll center that. And I can add a little bit of text below it. Please contact me to get a free quote on how Aflac can help you. Right? So some basic information. You have your own call to action here. You click add. And that's pretty nice. We've got that. I also like to add, something else of interest too. I would typically add some sort of photo at the bottom here because I just think it adds a little bit more. We can go here. Let me add an image. I want to show you something. Here's my media library. My media library, when I add an image, this is every image that has been added to my account. And this is great because it allows you to share images with other cards. We had lots of requests for people who wanted to be able to share images with other cards. So you could come in here and you could choose an image from another card, and let's just add this here. I'm not sure what this image is, but I like it, so we'll add that image. But it does allow you to share images between your other cards. So if you have more than one card, you don't have to load those images more than once. So now that we have added that, let's go back and remember we got to publish our changes. We're going to view our live card. And let's go here and let's fill out the contact form. Let me show you how that works. So I click Contact Tom, and I can fill out my information here. This will send an email to Tom and June. And then let's come down here and I can submit. So now when I come back over to VCard, I can look at my editor homepage. When you scroll down on the editor homepage, we've got the contact form leads here. We've got your RSVPs. If you can set up an event and your RSVPs are stored here. In this case, let's just click on the contact form leads. And then it asks you to select a form. In case you have more than one form, I'm going to click contact. And you can see here that I've got the information here that I filled out. So if for some reason you didn't receive that email, you can always check your VCard contact forms to see what type of replies you've received. And then you can export all the data that you get through your contact forms and import them into a CRM system or whatever else. You can always export that data. So that's our workshop today. Thanks so much for joining us. We went through quite a few things, and I look forward to any questions that you might have. I want to give you, if there's something I didn't cover today that you have a question about, you're welcome to, unmute your mic now, actually, and let me know what that question is.